There we go. Okay. You guys are gonna have to let me know if the music is too loud or not. Got a little pink Apple Pencil thing. Hi, blue butterflies. How are you? I'm gonna be a little slow tonight. I'm very tired. Ooh, that's so big. We don't need that big. Are you trying to get comfy, Sophie? Can you pick me a makeup look? I don't know. I mean, it's silly, but the first thing that comes to mind is doing like blue butterfly eyeshadow. You could do that. You could do like a blue and a pink butterfly, like blue on one eye, pink on the other. You could do, I like asymmetric things and different colored things. Who the hell is that? Hi. Oh. Voice meter's not hearing me. Oh, see, voice meter? Why you gotta be like this? Well, I'm gonna raise your volume because I can barely hear you. Surely part of that is to be expected. There's that damn eagle. Okay. I don't know if that just fixed something or didn't do anything at all. Makeup look. Makeup, do you mean like makeup on your eyes? Makeup like what you put on your face? I think you should do butterflies on your face, or do alternative colored eyeshadow, like blue on one, pink on the other. Makeup look, eyes. Photo? I don't have a photo of that. I'm sure you could look up alternative eyeshadow on like Pinterest and that would bring something up. What character is gonna be drawing? I'm gonna be just drawing Reapers. I was gonna try and figure out, because I know Delphira has a disguise for a while. She has to hide her face, so I was gonna try and play around with what kind of thing she would be using to cover her face. Butterfly? You could go find a photo on Pinterest of what kind of eyeshadow you're looking for. I don't have too many ideas. It's not really what I'm focused on at the moment. Makeup look, please photo. I think I'm just gonna ban you. That's annoying. We're gonna have to play around with the mask for a while. She has to cover... It wouldn't make sense to cover up just her face for some of it, but that might end up being the case. Sam's back. If you're saying anything, I can't hear you. I heard that. You may actually be quieter than you were before. It wouldn't be a stream without some technical difficulties, now would it? Hold on, talk again?
Hello.
Oh god, that's not it at all. I messed up something on my end, but don't worry about that.
Well, there's weird volume issues on my end too.
Oh my god. There we go.
Like I hear you just fine, but I can't adjust like my volume mixer.
No, you guys can hear music, so that's fine. I don't necessarily need to hear it. Like, Discord is not putting up any volume at all, which is irritating.
Ow. I'll cut myself with scissors. Fine.
Okay. I never change the settings on these things, but anytime I plug in or unplug headphones, everything just goes downhill from there.
Yeah, I'm gonna do more time and see if I'm gonna try one thing. So I'll be back.
Why are you making up that sound? Ugh, this is one of the reasons I despise streaming at times. There we go. You go away. Okay, here are speakers. Bear with me, folks, we're gonna figure this out. Okay, you there. It's so annoying how it automatically wants to change everything as soon as you, like, plug or unplug these headphones. Discord's like, would you like me to change all the settings? I say no, but it does it anyways. Hello, Idol, how are you? We're just having the usual, all of the audio is fucked up issues. I don't understand why it keeps moving. Okay, I think that kind of fixed something. maybe. Well, I don't know. If I'm talking to myself, it's because none of the audio for the Discord chat is working. Hey, Elena. The what is out of the what? Idle, you know I'm not gonna be able to read that.
I had fixed it.
Why am I hearing you echo now?
I don't know.
I mean, it's kind of cool. You sound very, very godlike.
Sounds about right.
Majestic, if anything. Pink hair looking great. Thanks, Ryan. Hey,
It is
Ryan.
very cute.
Would you happen to understand why all of my audio settings are back to being messed up? I don't change anything on OBS or Discord or in Voicemeeter, but it always changes. The only problem is that I think I can hear voice chat. Did you turn off your PC? Not recently. I can hear Sam, but now Sam's echoing, and I don't think stream, unless you guys can hear Sam, I don't think anyone can hear her.
Do I sound godlike to you guys?
You sound godlike to me.
Yeah, Ryan can hear the echo.
Oh, so you can hear her, but you can also hear the echo. Oh, okay, good. That's nice then. Thanks, OBS, for being an asshole and showing me that Discord's not getting any audio.
Huh.
But now she sounds like a goddess, the goddess that she is.
I'm not a goddess.
I'm gonna argue incorrect.
God, don't sit around just making crochet octopi every day.
Doth you need the list of troubleshooting steps? I went back through our conversation too and tried to figure it out myself, and I couldn't do it. So yes, I do need the list. Thank you. If you could just print that out, right, so I can get it tattooed on me. Decided to pop in and say, hey, I'm hanging out with Belty. Have fun. I should just get tattooed on my forearm. I like your little octopi crochet things though. Those are awesome.
Yeah. I'm debating on making another one while I'm sitting here, but with normal yarn.
I love how majestic you sound.
Well, as long as I look majestic and, well, sound majestic more so.
It's awesome.
It's terrifying hearing myself all godly in the stream.
That's
Like,
how
I
it
see.
well. Yeah, probably not. I just don't care. Sam, say
Like
something.
what? What would I need to say?
Just say anything Idol has said before in the past.
Oh God, you think I have memory good enough to to quote him verbatim?
You can go back and read in chat literally anything he said.
Hang on, I need to look at something. I need to type something down. I won't be able to. Okay. Oh. Abandoned propriety. God damn it. Abandoned propriety. All ye who enter here. There we go.
I like the little.
I just.
The goddamn it you had in there.
It wouldn't be me if I didn't fluff something up. I was literally gonna say, why did the common domestic poultry cross the cobbles to arrive upon the opposing walk?
Oh my god.
That is canon, a joke that my one character Krieger loves to say. Everyone's like, you're so old.
Listen, you have to love it.
Pretty great.
With this outfit, she has a lot more of a fancy thing going on. Much to her irritants. Make only A1 be your headphones. A2 should be nothing. A2, you should be nothing. Okay, Sam, say something.
Hello? That is me.
Now you sound normal. Awesome. Okay, I think that was it. I think I just accidentally clicked A2 instead of A1.
I've been stripped of my godhood.
I'm so sorry. You're still godlike to me.
Ah. Poor misguided cult follower.
It's okay. I accept that type. See, this disguise irritates the shit out of Peter for so many reasons. One, because this big thing looks like an eye, so every time she pops around the corner and it's like, hey Peter, he's like, huh!
It's like, ha! Stop looking at me!
Stop staring. My eyes are closed. Well then, turn your head away.
Just turn that way. Don't look at me.
Yeah, she's gotta hide. I don't know, I was trying to think, it'd be cool if she had something to just hide her face, but, like, battle-wise, how efficient would that be? Like, why would you have something to cover your face but not your head? Especially if someone's trying to get in a headshot. I don't know.
Man. Yeah, so Rain was the one who she sent me the video that I used to make the little octopi buddies, and then I was like, this isn't hard, I'm just gonna keep doing it.
They're so cute.
Yeah, they're really cute, and that's why I keep making them. I actually just got today, I ordered a bunch of eyes, and on one hand it's nice, But on the other hand, a lot of them are too small. Like, much too small for the fluffy yarn. Like, the biggest one, they're on Biff's. Her eyes, those are the biggest ones. And even then, I'm not certain how stable they are.
Those are the biggest ones?
Those are the biggest ones in the pack.
That's annoying.
But at the very least, I have a good amount of eyes for if I want to make smaller projects. So I have blue eyes, green eyes, red eyes, white eyes, light like amber and brown, and then I have these little dog noses, pink cat noses, black and brown like classic little teddy bear noses, and then the classic black doll eye things.
You got it all set up to do whatever.
Yeah, it's a lot, but a lot of the stuff I need smaller yarn.
Not the big fluffy yarn?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still gonna make stuff with big fluffy yarn. I'll just have to get bigger eyes for that. Where are these two ends? Both right here. I have a whole, like, knot of the smaller yarn on my lap right now, but it's from a while ago, and it's being much difficult. Because it's not very, neat.
Not very neat. Thanks, Ryan. Thank you for the fix. I knew it was something small, stupid, and simple. Part of the problem is that OBS is like, Discord is not making any sounds at all, whatsoever. It is broken. Sadness. It's always the small details. Yeah, it's annoying.
This whole thing is just increasingly frustrating because it's like, it looks like it's going through the middle of this thing, which makes no sense to me. Like, why would you do that? Oh, with luck, I'll be able to figure this out. It's okay, though. Oh, I mean, not like detangling this is too bad. It's just a little annoying.
I mean, it sounds like it. Detangling anything could be super annoying.
Yeah. I mean, I find it kind of therapeutic sometimes, detangling stuff, but like, when you're actively trying to do things, it's like, now's not the time. Cool. Well, at the very least, I think I have enough to working at least. Damn it. You know, no matter how many times I do a slip knot, I consistently find myself like, wait, how'd I do that? And then unable to do it again for the first few tries.
Hello, Connor. Thank you, I appreciate it. The pink is gonna wash out fairly quickly, but that was the point. I'm thinking next time I might, I don't know, go for some kind of other pastel color.
What kind of pastel color?
I don't know, I thought about blue, but I wasn't sure about how that would look with my skin tone. I might go back to pink, because really all you have to do is find like a colored conditioner for white hair.
Right.
I don't know, I'm not sure. There we go.
Well, this outfit is pretty dope.
Yeah, it's kind of just that like helmet aspect that's gonna be kind of a pain in the ass to really get the detail in there. She's gotta hide her face. She can't show it to anybody, or she looks identical to her mother. So as soon as someone sees her face, they're gonna be like, "Oh shit, that kid that's supposed to be dead."
It's like, oh, you're so-and-so's girl. Die.
Sorry, gotta kill you. Nothing personal. Well, that and like she's in the care of her aunt for the first bit. Now it's like if people find out she's back, they're gonna want her to be, you know, ruler instead of me.
I think you can lower the volume of my voice for your stream. Like a little bit.
Really? Because I can still kind of have a hard time hearing you.
Really? Well, I think whatever you tried to raise it on or something might have raised it for the stream and not you.
Are you still too loud?
Hang on. Let me see. Okay, let me listen to myself quick. There's a little bit of a delay, so.
No, you're good.
Okay, yeah, it's good now.
Okay, good.
Because I had my volume, really low on both streams, on YouTube and on Twitch, so that I can hear and not get too distracted with what's going on. And I was still able to hear myself pretty well.
Yeah, that's probably loud.
So
Gotta scratch the itch, Sophie. The vet is trying to get us to get her to eat a specific dog food. It is $100 for that bag of dog food.
damn.
I was like, nah. Like, she's doing good on the diet she is now, but if you want to move her back to dog food, you can get this. Like, you know, something about paying $100 for a bag of dog food just doesn't sound appealing to me. If she's got a clean bill of health on what she's got now, I'm gonna stick with it. She really just does have the most extra allergies. Just like her father.
Yeah.
How did I get the two most allergy-ridden things upon this earth?
Cool. Got 6 loops on here. This is so much smaller. Oh my god.
Is that a good thing?
Yes and no. No in the sense that I have a feeling it's gonna be a little difficult to work with sometimes. But yes in the sense that it means it's going to be a small bean.
Good.
And I don't have an issue with that because that means tiny. Little baby. I need to grab the not the yarn, the stuffing. It was all the way across the room, and I just wanted to bring it a little closer.
How dare.
Yeah. Oh man, some of these stitches or some of these crochet stitches are gonna be kind of annoying, I think. 1, 2. I feel like I did that 6 times like I was supposed to.
Pull my hair. There we go. I can't imagine how long-haired girls wear these headphones.
Yeah, I mean, as is with the headphones I have, and my hair isn't long, but I'm already annoyed.
It's definitely a pain. Now I see why most girl gamers are wearing like a hat to cushion the headphones.
Yeah, sounds about right. It probably also helps alleviate the whole headphone headache thing.
Ugh, yes.
I have a beanie I could be wearing. No. Alright, now I have to go into each of these loops 2 times. Now let's pray I don't lose track. I should actually get one of those stitch markers out first. I don't necessarily need them, per se, but they do help me keep track. I'm probably gonna need one of the smaller yarn needles.
See, that's where I would mess up. I would lose track of where I'm at.
Yeah, well, that's where the stitch markers help. I just wanted to make sure I get these out ahead of time so that I don't sit here like, man, I wish I had some means of doing this. Wait, I do.
Dun dun dun.
That's the one part. I'm supposed to do 4 rows of normal crochet, and I have a habit of losing track of things, so it's kind of a good idea for me to at least try to keep track of that a little better.
You got a lot more yarn the other day, didn't you?
I did. I got 7 of them. I got the kind of like greenish one and the coral pink one for doing little other side projects, octopi and whatnot.
Hell yeah.
I got a few black ones for later on for Kittens' blanket, and then I have I got like 2 other ones to make into scarves at some point or other, and then see if my mother has any friends that are interested and might want to buy them.
It's very nice.
Yeah, so I was just buying fluffy yarn to get ahead.
It's a good means to prepare.
Yeah. Okay, now I have to do the 2 single crochet in each bump, and then I have to use a stitch marker after that. At least this yarn is kind of easier to see what I'm doing.
That's good.
Yeah, because the other yarn, it's fluffy, but that doesn't necessarily always help.
Well, yeah, I imagine that could easily get in your way at certain times.
Yeah, it looks nice, but it can be a little distracting and a little uncertain because it's like, okay, this is fluffy, but is this the right spot of fluffy?
I don't know, maybe I'll give her a mask like the priestess's have.
Okay, one more, and that looks about right. It's harder to tell with the smaller yarn. I can count better, and yet it's harder to tell.
So is that has to wear your hand out after a while, yeah?
I guess so. I think I have a small blister forming on my pinky, which is weird because I don't think I use my pinky all that much, but maybe I do.
That's a mark of pride.
I mean, it doesn't hurt, so. I'm kind of approximating at this point. It's fine.
Close enough.
As long as it looks right, I don't think it matters if I get every single stitch exact. This yarn is very small.
Small.
Single crochet, double, single. Okay. I feel like I'm not having a difficult time, but this is almost more difficult just because it's so small.
Well, yeah, I imagine it's the same as if you were trying to draw small. Another fine piece of art for your collection. Thank you, General Grievous. I appreciate it. Hello, Vucky. How are you?
Ah, General Grievous. Lovely to see you here again.
I'm still trying to focus on the whole rendering materials thing, so that's kind of what this sketch is for. I've learned in the couple past days that I need to be practicing rendering materials and posing a bit more separately, because trying to do both at the same time is a lot.
Yeah, I had to try to figure out some means of practicing materials at some point, because I know, for example, Deadly Melodic, I remember a while back I was looking at some of her like material practices and I was just like, that's so cool.
Oh my goodness, she does a perfect job at rendering what materials look like. Oh my goodness. Flawless.
But like these days she seems to be doing more work sculpting with the whole ZBrush thing,
Hell
which
yeah.
is certainly no picnic either, but like even before the ZBrush stuff, her rendering is so chef kiss.
Oh yeah, no. Melodic woke up and chose brilliance, like just straight out the gate.
Like,
I'm doing good. How are you doing? It's been a week, that's for sure, but I'm here drawing now, so it can't be that bad.
I can't help but laugh because my lock screen is a dumb Magusta Pikachu face, and and it goes from that to my wallpaper on the background in my phone. Once you open up the phone, it's one of Deadly Melodic's pieces.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So
it goes from the Pikachu to, you know, horrifying.
It's a serious contrast.
Listen, that perfectly describes you.
Yeah. I'm gonna send you, actually. I just found her material study.
How important is rendering in art? It depends on the job you want, I think, but I would say it's just a good thing to know in general. Especially if you want to get ideas across quickly. So let's pop over to the priestess lady over here. Okay.
Rendering is essentially just a different way of just saying shading, isn't it? But like also texture. I've never been completely sure.
Me neither. I'm still learning, but like this took me a long time because I'm an amateur, but someone else who's been doing this for a while could probably do this very quickly, and you would be able to get the fact that like this has a little bit more of a metallic sheen, this has a little bit more of a soft rubber type of texture, this is more of like a hard stone. So in order to make your pieces look more interesting and have more variety, I think it would be good to know how to render things, because when I was trying to figure out what I was going to study for this year, I was trying to, I knew that my art looked amateurish in a certain way, but I couldn't figure out in what way. And someone had a video on YouTube, I can't remember what the title it was, but they were basically saying, you know, people can tell that you're an amateur in digital art when you don't know how to render a lot of different materials. So every single thing in your painting looks like it's the exact same material, from the skin, the hair, the background. You use one brush, you know, no variance in brushwork, no variance in texture. It just makes everything look very one-dimensional and very boring. But if you have different textures, that's me. Like, I'm just like, it's hard. It definitely...
It's very difficult.
Well, yeah, because you have to think more until it becomes second nature, and then it, like, goes into that section of your brain where it's just like, you do it without even thinking of it. But in the beginning, you have to think about it, like, a lot, and it's annoying.
Yeah. So, Vucky, as far as the importance of rendering art, I guess it would kind of depend on the sort of art you're doing anyway, because some people, they want a more toonish looking piece. But if you want more complicated art, or if you want art that the details are important, like the textures of things are important, then it's very important. And I wouldn't describe her art as amateur either, but
I would.
Yeah, but she will continue to argue, and I will continue to argue back.
Well, I guess it's amateurish in comparison to where I'm trying to get myself to be. I think I have the capability of making a lot better art, but I'm still very new at it in practicing. So I still call myself an amateur when it comes to digital art because I'm still very new at it. But I definitely have some of my skill sets that carried over from traditional work, which is nice. But it helps. I've learned recently that it's really important to identify certain problems, because until he said that out loud, I had no idea that that's what was wrong with my work. I'm like, I know I could do better with posing, but like when it comes to coloring and finishing a piece, you know I'm not doing things as well as I could. And then with rendering, and that guy was like, oh, with most students I see, the most, the biggest sign that they're a beginner is the fact that they don't add any variety in texture or material or fabric. Everything was done with like one brush. Everything's one texture, like their values are all in the midsections. And I was like, damn, he's calling my ass out. It's fine. But it was good, because now I can identify that problem and I know how to kill it, how to tackle it. Because you can practice all you want, but if you're trying to address a certain issue, identifying that as quick as possible is the best way to go. And I think one of the fastest ways to improve.
'Tis paramount.
Yeah, but I've learned that like art lingo is kind of hard to, for me at least, it's kind of hard to catch on to. Like people kept saying rendering, and I'm like, okay, I have a slight idea of what that means.
I didn't understand.
It's still a weird concept to me. And when I was doing the streams for posing, I had several people be like, well, why don't you try to do life drawing? And I'm like, I know that's not correct. And then I was like, oh, what I'm trying to do is posing at different angles, like perspective with posing, not just posing. So learning like the right words to use when you're searching for tutorials and all that, like, ugh, it's a lot. Vucky, what kind of art would you like to do? Or what kind of art are you doing now?
Single. Increase. Single. Single.
Wait, what are you saying?
Hang on. Increase. I'm saying single and increase because I have to do, in this part that I'm doing, it's a pattern where I have to do a single crochet and then I have to do an increase, which is 2 single crochet in 1 loop.
That sounds complicated.
It's not once you kind of understand crocheting, but it's one of those things that I struggle with keeping track of.
This sounds complicated. Sounds fun, but complicated.
Yeah, I just increased, which means I have to single crochet again.
I can't do art. Well, you could, if you wanted to. Do you still do traditional work? Not as much recently. For some reason, I don't understand why, but I've been having a little bit more hard time. My eyes hurt a lot, all the time, especially this past week. And drawing with my sketchbook for some reason has been hurting my eyes a little bit more than a digital screen, which baffles me. I still have my sketchbook next to my desk, so I'm trying to think about how I can incorporate drawing in my sketchbook more as I'm going through what I'm learning, like doing a bunch of poses, doing a bunch of like rough sketches, because I could probably save time on these streams by doing rough sketches before the stream and and then rendering it digitally instead of doing that from beginning to end on these streams. Half of it is a skill problem, half of it is a human problem. As are most things. What's the most getting in your way? The skill problem or the human problem? I definitely want to keep up drawing traditionally when I can, and painting every so often. I'll just feel better doing it once I know I've got digital a little bit more under my foot. And some of the best artists I've seen that do some digital work still keep a sketchbook when they can. That's a commonality I've seen a lot among a lot of artists that I really admire, is they still keep a sketchbook around. They don't ever let go of that practice, which I think is cool.
I need to find my sketchbook. It's somewhere. I need to organize at some point.
For some reason, Sophie likes to keep chewing on mine. Hello, Mikmila. Probably skill, unfortunately. So, you're still trying to learn? I have a hard time when people say they can't draw. I have a hard time believing that. Usually people just mean, I'm not where I want to be at yet. Because I'm confident that you could draw if you really wanted to. It's just a matter of how much do you want it. That and, you know, time. Not everybody has the gift of free time.
Yeah, I mean, even then, the thing is, Bucky, even if you don't have the skill now, if you have to remember that you're not gonna be amazing right away, regardless of what you do, regardless of anything, because every artist starts out at their lowest level.
Unless you're Ian McCaig, and you just come out the womb drawing amazing.
God, yeah. But, you know, you're gonna have a lot of failures. You're gonna have a lot of mess ups and places that you draw something and you're gonna say like, I don't like this. But you're gonna be able to use that as a stepping stone for learning how to draw, because you're gonna be like, I don't want to draw like that. So how can I improve from here? What did I do here that I want to improve on? And you just go from there and just keep going forward.
I mean, that's the whole reason I'm doing the whole Gossamer's Challenge thing, is to very acutely pick out my problems and tackle them for a dedicated amount of time. It's kicking my ass so far, but it's been fun. Oh, I have to film a video for this by the end of the month. Ugh. I've been hit with so many curveballs this past week, it completely slipped my mind. I don't want there to be too much detail with this outfit. It's not like they're gonna give her the good clothes. There we go. I know, I've heard that all before. Well, I mean, people can only tell you things so many times before they just stop telling you that.
As aggravating as it can be, it really is the truth, because there's no magical words of wisdom that anyone can tell you that will suddenly make you improve. It's like when people are like, oh, how'd you learn to draw that well? Practice. Because that's really it. There's no shortcuts. There's nothing that you can really do to get there. It's a lot of hard work, and it's a lot of persevering through all the mess ups. And so you know. But it's like the other expression, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. If you don't practice, if you don't try, you're not going to manage to get it.
Well, yeah, it's a matter of how much you want it. And this is where I'm trying not to be, but I get irritated with people that say they can't draw, or they say they can't do this or that. And then I'm like, okay, well, what have you practiced this week? How much have you drawn this week? Or, you know, where have you identified a problem? And they're like, they have no answers. And it shows how much you do or don't want something. Now, you're definitely allowed to go through periods of time where you just kind of have to sit and struggle with it. There was a period of time in my life where I stopped drawing for 6 months. And it was one of the best decisions I made. I know people are always like, you need to grind all the time. You need to, draw every single day. And while that's a good practice, you also have to allow yourself some time to meditate. Work smarter, not harder, I guess. Like, I feel like I'm getting really far because I took time to stop and think and figure out where I'm coming up short, and then start drawing. So for someone who is, I guess, as young as you, sorry for setting you up. Oh, no, you're fine. You seem a lot more dedicated to it, but you really just have to figure out, do you want this or not? Do you want it as a career? If drawing is just fun for you, then you're not really in any rush. You can just practice it when you can. It depends on if you want it for like a hobby or a career, or if you want it to, I don't know, you get out of it what you put into it. I don't know, that's really all I can say about it. Let's see, practice. I got this far by ritual sacrifice and ingesting the blood of other artists. Okay, Idol, not everybody can do that like we can, alright? I provide simple tech support. Proper prior planning. That's a tongue twister, Ryan. You do that? Like, these are all P words. You did this on purpose. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance. I have my Twitch chat and my YouTube chat going off at the same time right now. So, Vucky, I'm talking to someone in Twitch chat right now. But no, Vucky, you're totally fine. I'm glad you came here to talk about it, because it's a good thing to talk about with other artists. You know what I mean? I'm talking about people who chronically complain all the time. I can't draw, but they, like, haven't drawn in 2 months and didn't practice.
It's one of those sort of things that it's a conversation that's come up before. It's not exclusive to you. It's not exclusive to anything that like you specifically said. This is stuff that we've talked about before, because considering she is an art streamer, it comes up. People are like, how do you get so good? How do you do this? And the answer remains the same in this kind of instance, where it's
and
like,
I'm not
going to
sugarcoat it for you.
Right. Okay, that's the stitch marker.
Oh
now
my
I have
gosh,
to do.
Bucky's so sweet. They subscribe to my channel.
Aww.
Thanks, Bucky. You're so nice. But my whole
Hi, kittens.
Oh, hello, kittens. My whole reason for wanting to stream and wanting to have a Discord and do this challenge and a bunch of other things is to build a community where you can ask those questions, and we will immediately receive you and give you all the advice that you need. You have to be ready to hear it, and you have to be ready to act on it if you want this as a career. Just to clarify, if this is a hobby for you, you have all the time in the world. You don't have to rush. This is a fun thing for you. Don't make it not fun by pressuring yourself with it.
To be perfectly frank, I follow somebody on Instagram, and while on the one hand it's not art that I would do or that I do myself, I think it's interesting. I think it's neat. I think her character designs are interesting, which is why I follow her. And on her stories lately, she's been having her non-artist friend drawing other people's characters. And he's doing commissions for that. And they come out terrible. But I love them so much. It is genuinely the best thing I've ever seen.
I love that.
I love it so much. He has zero artistic ability, but you know what? He's still doing it, and it's amazing. He's getting $5 commissions for these.
Good.
Like, you do not need to know how to draw. As long as you're drawing, you're making progress.
Let's see. Idle says, it's not that hard to get started, really. Stance is important. You have to stay balanced. Then you just grab the string and pull. Yes, exactly. Best not to worry about knocking any new arrows until you're comfortable with the draw. Oh, I didn't know you had a Discord. Yeah, I have the Patreon Discord. So if you're subbed to my Patreon, even at like the lowest tier level, you can join the Discord. And you can be one of the ghost talking voices in my chat.
Yeah, I'm a Sam.
Yeah, this is Sam. I'm Goss. No one else is here. This is only the cool people chat, so only we are allowed. What's their IG handle? Yeah, who is the person doing the commissions for $5? Let's hype them up.
I don't know if they have their own Instagram, because as far as I've seen on the stories, they're just appearing on the other chicks Instagram stories. Also, Idol is in here but not talking because he's muted. Also, yay kittens!
Oh wow, alright Idol, that's alright. That's only my thoughts, feelings, hopes, and dreams.
Doing weird stuff.
Like your Discord or your mic?
Yes. Hang on, let me.
I think I fixed it.
Let me see if I can
See,
find.
Discord's just like not doing great for everybody. It's not just me.
Alright, we good now.
Hell
Let's see
yeah.
if I can find the chick, because the thing is, her thing is she basically makes My Little Pony characters, but like she has this whole species that she does that I think are really interesting. So while it's not necessarily my cup of tea, I mean, My Little Pony is cute, I don't mind it, but you know, I think her character designs are pretty interesting. But on her stories lately, she's been having her friend do that. So let me see. Okay, there it is. Yes. It's, hang on, let me type it into the YouTube chat for you, Bucky, because, let's see. Okay, there's none currently in her story, but her most recent post is one of this guy's, drawings that she did of her character.
Sarah says hello. Hi, Sarah. I like
Okay,
your little
so-
dinosaur icon.
Ooh. Where's... That's... Okay, there we go. So, that is the Instagram of the artist who makes the My Little Pony characters. The first, or most recent post is the one from the friend who cannot draw, and I love it. I love it so much! Also, hi Sarah. So, Vucky, I hope upon seeing that, you understand that you do not have to know how to draw whatsoever to draw.
So,
Kittens!
oh,
Hi!
Hi, kittens.
what's up, guys?
お久しぶりですね。
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Vucky. It's
Talk,
pretty
talk,
bad.
sushi.
Hi, disembodied voice. Yeah, Sarah, so I'm Goss. Sam says hello.
Hello.
Kitten say hello.
Hello.
Idol say hello normally.
안녕하십니까.
God damn
I
it.
guess that's pretty normal for him.
That's fair. So this is the Discord chat, talking it up with y'all.
It's
Like
the
you're going,
gang.
thank you. I'm trying to do things that I'm uncomfortable with. This looks like a fairly simple line drawing, but it's because I'm gonna have to go in hard with like the coloring and the rendering and all the fancy terms you want to use. I don't know.
I do too many lines because my brain is not able to comprehend. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be adding more detail later in the coloring, and my brain is like, no, detail now.
Do it right now.
I feel like I'm doing this a little too tight, but I'm managing. At least this hook is small. I'm not used to it. It's so tiny compared to the other hook I have to use. 'Cause the
Got a
other
tiny
hook-
hooker.
Wow. Sure.
I really like your art. I found you through your Etsy shop, and I needed to find more of your socials. Aw, thanks.
Ooh.
That's so nice. Thank you. Ah, dude,
Ooh,
Etsy shops
girl,
been
look
popping
at
off.
that.
It's a panic.
You're getting fans off your Etsy.
I'm scared, dude. I got chewed out for like 3 hours in a row by my dad after I was showing him the Etsy numbers. He's like, "You're doing great, but you need to know how much money you're making." I'm like, "That's why I was coming over here." He's like, "You
Damn.
should have already known this." And I'm like, "This was literally why we were deciding to have this meeting, so we could figure it out." I've never been so dad lectured that hard in a couple years. Like, he was in peak dad mode. He was ready.
It's like, alright. Time to conjure the energy.
Yep. It was like the time I got chewed out for sticking my tongue out at a boy, spitting my hair.
What?
Yeah, I got in
You should have
trouble.
killed that boy. Yeah, you should
Yeah.
have killed that
I
boy.
slapped him across the face really hard.
Good.
But I stuck
Hell
my
yeah.
tongue out at him, and that's what he got mad about. It was a interesting situation. Okay, so I'm gonna stop this,
Okay.
and then we're gonna start coloring.
I got really confused for a second because I was like, wait, is that stitch marker marking the beginning of this row, or is that stitch marker marking this row? I'm gonna think and assume it's just marking the beginning of this row, and I'm just gonna keep going under that assumption.
I'd be scared to do what you're doing right now.
Why?
It just sounds so complicated.
It's not, it's just a matter of I'm a dumbass who keeps losing track of what I'm doing.
As long as you're in the green, you're doing well. I am in the green. The problem is I don't know exactly how in the green that I am. And apparently that was a travesty. But I'm like, that's the that you're supposed to help me figure that out. That's why I came over here. He was like, come over
I
here
mean,
and I'll help you figure out what your net and gross profit is. And he was like, okay, what's your net and gross profit? I'm like, I don't know. You're supposed to help me figure that out. And he was like, you don't already know that? I was like, I can't do this right now.
It's like, Father, I went into art, not math.
Well, right? And it's, I don't know, I found an easy spreadsheet, that a thing online that lets me figure it out. And I am in the green and doing quite well, which is nice.
I
Fun
should
fact I
probably
learned
find
today.
that.
Did you know that your health insurance can cancel on you without giving you a heads up?
Yes.
Ah,
Found that out
Yes, I
today.
did know
It's so rude. I feel like they should have called me and been like, hey girl, just so you know,
that. No health for you.
no
Another
migraine,
news, we
sleep
do live in
meds.
America.
Yeah, right? Isn't that paradise? Well, the nice thing is that, like, I qualify for special enrollment for another one, so I'm just gonna have to re-enroll in something else. But I was like, you guys couldn't have texted me. Be like, hey fam, by
Oh,
the way,
you're fucked.
I don't know. Maybe they were like, man, text breakups are brutal. We're gonna not.
they broke up with me. My insurance company broke up with me.
By
They didn't
ghosting
even
you.
they didn't even call me. They called Josh. For some reason they had his phone number on the line. He went to go pick up my migraine subscription today and he came back and he was like, "So, they said no?" I'm like, "What do you mean they said no?" And he's like, "They said no unless we want to pay like several $100s." And I was like, "Not going to do that. That Excedrin's looking real nice right about now." Just gonna have to
They
chug
broke
the
up
whole
with you through a
bottle.
friend.
Yeah, is
Damn.
this so mean? Oh my god.
It's like
Robo Sam.
eighth grade shit right there.
Am I Robo?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it sounds amazing.
Ah, fuck, hang on.
Yeah, insurance companies are rude by nature. man.
Am I better?
Yes.
Okay.
You got better.
I got
No thanks to the
better.
insurance company.
What'd you say,
Just
Idol?
get turned into a newt.
I said no thanks to any insurance company.
Yeah, right? Oh my god. Josh's like, what are you gonna do without your migraine meds? I'm like, die.
Have migraines.
See you later.
Have migraines.
Just have them 6 days a week again. This is fine. But nah, we qualify for like a special enrollment, so we just have to re-enroll. But he was having a panic attack for like a minute. It's like, oh my god, what are we gonna do? I'm like,
Commit.
yeah.
Murder. Take over a small nation.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. Let's do it.
There we go. I don't know what
Um,
I was looking for.
What have I gotten myself into?
Trouble.
Well, yeah, I should have figured that when I started hanging out with y'all.
Oh, for
Imperialism.
sure.
Because I never get in trouble. I've never done a single bad thing.
What did you get in school
Really?
suspension for again? Just curious.
Hey, listen, I almost killed that bitch. She didn't. She deserved it. She spit in my fucking face.
Listen.
Just
I
like that kid who
understand.
just spit in your hair deserved to die.
I still remember his
Absolutely.
name too. Fucking.
Let's get him.
Find him.
Give us the name.
No, because you guys
Yeah.
will find him. Part of his name is Hunter, and that always it's never a good day when you run into someone with Hunter in their name.
Most hunters I've met are douches.
Right.
I've only known one, and he was a pretty chill guy.
Well, I know not everybody just has fucking roses thrown into their pathway. All right. It's
Like,
easy
every
to have
Kevin I've
an
met is a
easy life when
douche.
you're God.
What does that mean?
Valid.
Oh,
Damn, can you draw
Josh
inside
and I
the
have a
lines?
theory that you're secretly God.
I think it's proof enough that I'm not, that I didn't know about this.
You could have acted like you didn't know about this, but secretly like, and you go along.
The plot thickens, I guess.
The plot thickens.
To be fair, Sarah says every hunter I've met is a douche. To be fair, I've only met one.
Fuck
Oh
yeah.
yeah. I mean, it still applies.
Well, then that would mean that every hunter you've met is a douche then.
Yeah.
I'm
Probably right.
curious, Sarah, just out of curiosity and for marketing's sake, how did you find me on Etsy? Because I've been asking a couple of people and I'm getting vastly different answers.
Like-
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
what
some
did you
people are
look
like,
up?
I typed in.
She looked up pants.
You looked up pants? That's what you looked up and I popped up? What the fuck?
Dope. You're gonna be popping up for a lot of people then.
That is very good.
Not
That
good.
is a very good thing. Oh man, Deadly
Oh no, I
Might
looked
Look.
up pants for gay people and your face popped up.
I honestly, that's
No,
that's
honestly.
what I cater to.
It's not a bad thing.
Not
No,
it's
not at
not.
all.
They have good fashion. They have good clothes. What would you people ask a mortal turned god to do? Speaking from
Pants.
experience.
Fuck off.
I would ask them to decimate most everything so we can start over.
Well,
I would
are we
say-
going off like the traditional definition of decimate? So like every 10th person is the one we kill?
Yeah, sure.
Close enough.
Can I be one of those 10?
You have to line up correctly. You have to be the 10th person.
I would ask them to create dragons.
Oh, dang it. That's good. I should have said that. I'm mad I
Because,
didn't
like,
say
hey,
that.
hey, we get the decimation, but we also have dragons.
Okay.
Depends
Yeah,
on
but
what
who says
planet.
the dragons are gonna like you?
They don't have
That's why we got the decimation.
It took a lot of searching, to be fair. I didn't like a lot of the pants. I definitely looked into a lot of like the printed leggings on Etsy, and there's not a lot of things that appeal to my personal aesthetic. So I feel you on that one.
I want to buy a pair of your leggings.
Which ones?
I don't fucking know, dude. I've never even looked at Etsy.
That's a
Like,
good
I hate
thing.
to tell you
then.
there, Chief, but I'm really not interested.
I don't know.
I'll buy
You
you
strike
art,
me as
but-
a really strong Etsy person.
Yep, that's me.
Etsy boy wonder. Same. I saw eyes.
Etsy
Never
man.
sold.
Yeah.
That's where I get my $5 t-shirts of choice.
Hell yeah. $5. That's a piss poor profit margin.
I don't think I have ever spent more than like $20 on a single item, like pair of clothing that I own.
Well, that's because men have cheaper and better clothing. Next question.
That's fair.
Well, small truth. Most of the clothing that I have is shit. It's just, I just don't take care of clothes, so I see no reason to like get nice clothes.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like, where. Same thing for me. Like, where am I gonna wear them?
Like I don't own a pair of black slacks anymore that fit.
Why would you even own it in the first place? Who needs black slacks?
Because
wonder if I
jobs.
Are
Yeah.
you applying to be a financial advisor?
I'm applying anywhere, man. You gotta look like you own that place.
I suppose. I've seen people
Yeah.
apply for jobs in like a tank top and shorts.
I mean, if
Yeah,
you're applying as a
that happened.
landscaper, that might be appropriate.
Right?
Fair.
True.
You just come in covered with dirt and shit. And they're like, "Oh, you've already been working today."
Awesome. No,
Yeah.
you don't even apply. You just act like you've already worked there.
I don't know. I just kind of started acting like I knew what I was doing, and they kept handing me a check at the end of the day. I don't.
That's everybody that has a job ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Well, they told me to press the buttons. Well, do you know what the buttons do? No.
How does it press it?
Cough in the coffee pot.
Hey! I was a
Just wanted to
barista.
get
I
on
was a
button.
damn good barista, and then I got home, and all of those skills left me.
I wonder. if it's
Obviously,
hot.
it only
It's
had
hot.
one button.
I wear men's and women's clothes. Men's are better, but also more cookie cutter. Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah.
I actually had a couple people message me and ask how true to size were some of the women's clothing options I had. Because they were like, usually I order a medium shirt, and it's like actually an extra small. And I was like, don't worry, I picked printers that specifically. Their clothing is actually medium and actually large, not, this is medium, but is secretly like an extra small. So annoying.
It's a medium for rats.
You might want to check if you're on payroll before doing actual work. So, fun story. Amazon forgot to pay me the first 2 months I worked there. I was supposed to be on payroll, and then the lady just didn't put in the information. So I worked for Yeah, it was about 2 months before I got paid. Forgot. Listen, Idol. We know that they're secretly evil. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt.
Secretly? I thought it was
Pretty
pretty
openly
public.
evil. Yeah, that
Yeah.
job had a lot of bad points. There was that. I had a box dropped on me. My wrist still hurts from that, which is a fun thing. Hyperextended my thumb because someone put the pallets too high. I got yelled at by the guy who ran the building for not taking COVID seriously on my first day back from having COVID because I was talking
While he
to
was
my
not
mom.
wearing a mask.
Yeah, while he was not wearing a mask, which was just like icing on the cake. Like I was talking to my mom at a distance, but it wasn't exactly 6 feet, so he was chewing me out for that. And I'm like, this is actually my first day back from having COVID. So, and he was like, well, you should just be more careful then. I'm like, oh, whatever, David. Go away from me. Shoo shoo. Like
He
I
said that with such contempt, and I was like, huh.
He was just he irritated me because he's very young. It was very obvious that he was trying to flex as much authority as possible because he ran the building and was
Ah.
very young. So I kind of felt bad for him because he was probably under a lot of stress. But I was also like, you also strike me as a person who would break their monitor because you lost at a game of League of Legends. So forgive me if I don't take you too seriously. That and their HR department was atrocious. It wasn't the employee's fault. They just had one lady managing the HR for an entire warehouse full of people. So I was among several people who didn't get paid. So there was that group of people that were trying to get into contact with HR. There was the COVID thing that happened. So a bunch of people had to go through HR to get paid. They argued with me on whether or not I should get paid for the COVID time off, because when it started, they're like, we're not paying people for time off you have COVID, and then that changed halfway through me being sick, so I had to go talk to her for a couple hours, and then I don't even remember what it was. I guess someone complained about me, but it got thrown away because they were complaining that I was working. Literally. Like,
Wow.
complaining that I was doing my job. Because you have different sections, and there's supposed to be 2 to 3 people a section, but there are these old, grumpy-ass ladies who don't like sharing their sections at all. So if you go over there and you try to start working, they'll either try to bully you to leave, or... I mean, that's pretty much it. They can't make you leave. So this lady was like, yeah, my section. But I had headphones in, secretly. Shh. So I just ignored her. And she was like, this girl was bothering me and she wouldn't leave. And I want to complain to someone. So I just sat there and the HR lady's like, what happened? I'm like, man, I was working. That's it. That's all I was doing. She was like, well, I'm not comfortable sharing a space with someone, blah, blah, blah.
I didn't realize I couldn't work.
Crippled me. I was like, if you want me to go just sit off to the side while you do all the work, I'm fine with that. And she was like, that's not what I meant. Okay, well, it sounds like you want me to
Like,
just
are
not
you
work.
sure?
Like, there was one time I got sent home because there was literally no work for me to do because none of the ladies would share their space. Refused. And when I brought over, like, the manager of that section, I was like, hey, can I go somewhere else to do some work? And he was like, no, we need you here. You have one of the best scan rates. I'm like, okay, I can't scan anywhere. No one's willing to share their space. And he goes, are you fucking kidding me right now? So he goes over to each lady and is like, essentially asking them to, like, be mature for a moment. And all of them just snapped at him. He was like, well, you can go home early if you want then. And the ladies were like, well, can we go home early? And he goes, no, because you're bitches. And you wouldn't let someone do their job. Like, for all the time that I worked there, it was special. It was miserable for so many reasons. I just did not understand the people that worked there. It was
It was
a
like, you
moment.
know, the reason she's going home is because you won't let her do her job. So, you know, if you have an issue with her going home, then, you know, let her do her work.
Well, yeah, and it kind of pissed me off too, because I was like, I'm not
Hey,
at this
Evan.
job so I can go home early. I'm at this job to work. And there was more than one instance where I just ended up having to go home early. And my mom said it's a lot worse now because they just automated an entire section of jobs.
Oh god.
Yeah. Hello, Evan. Yeah, Sarah, that was not a good job situation. The only pleasant times I had was when a certain floor manager was on board. She was really cool. Like, I got a migraine once on the floor, and I didn't even tell her. She just looked at me and she was like, you don't look like you feel good. I'm like, no, I have a really bad migraine. She was like, you can just go home. This is the worst place for you right now. There's loud machinery and bright lights. I was like, thank you so much. I'm gonna go try to drive now. Wish me luck, fam.
At peace.
Mm-hmm. And that was one of the fine things. Is she's like, you can go home. I'm like, but one of the reasons I didn't ask to go is because I don't know if I can drive. So I just sat in my car for an hour, and then I was like, all right, I'm either gonna live or not. Either way, the pain is gonna stop at some point. Let's do this.
Either way, the pain is gonna stop at some point.
Well, am I wrong?
You're not wrong.
At this point, my pain and I are just playing a game of constant chicken.
Just displaying your arms like, what now?
I'm T-posing.
T-pose to assert your dominance.
Exactly.
Man, I'm just chilling, sitting here crocheting.
Crocheting, one of the best things ever, by the way.
This one's gonna be a little maroon one.
Oh.
I wonder wonder if I should give this one the blue eyes, the red eyes, green eyes, maybe the white ones, or just the classic black.
You
Just
okay,
do the
Tofu?
classic black.
Oh, she's out. She's asleep. Never mind then.
Oh god. What?
What are you crocheting? She's crocheting little tiny octopi.
Yeah. Little octopus. Little octopus.
I'm trying to get
I-
Answer to let me make her an Etsy shop.
I don't have nearly enough for me to really feel like that's even warranted yet, because I would 100% want to stock up beforehand, because, too much crocheting will probably screw me up.
Oh no, that's a smart thing to do. I've seen people who just go right in and are like, I'll just put up listings and make them as they come, and then they get blown over with orders, and Etsy shuts down their shop because they're too far behind.
Yeah, I'm still practicing. Hi Box Kid. I also at some point need to get some powder-based colorant for soap, because I could probably also try to sell soap on there if I do end up doing that.
It's a very good
But I
market
need
to
to-
get into.
But I need to figure out the pricing as far as the soaps, and I also have, like I said, I need the powder-based coloring, because the water-based coloring, the color bleeds.
Oh yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
So if I want to have soaps that people like, I want to be able to have soaps that aren't gonna have the color bleed,
Yeah,
So
that's
that-
a good call.
so that I could like store it somewhere, and then when I ship it out, it'll look the same as it did when it went into storage, instead of being one blob of mixed up colors.
That's a good call. Hello, box.
Yeah. Unfortunately, none of the soap sections that I've been to have, as far as I've seen, powder-based coloring for soaps, and getting that is probably going to be more expensive. So I have to figure out that, and I have to figure out, of course, pricings as far as everything, because making soaps is a whole process, and I'd probably have to do that during the day when my mom's not here, because smells trigger her migraines. So
Yeah, I feel.
yeah, that, and I'd need space to lay them out, because I need to lay them out so that they can cool and solidify.
So they can cool. I didn't know that you needed to heat it up.
Well, what I do is the melt and pour. So you basically take a soap base, you put it in like something that you can put in the microwave, and you microwave it until it melts. And you have to do, I think, 30 seconds, and then like 15 or 10-second intervals after that, because you don't want to burn the soap either. Not that it really is visually anything, it just makes it a little more frothy, which is a little
Okay.
more difficult to work with, and causes more bubbles in the final product. But then you take that, you add your color, you add your scent, and then you pour that into a soap mold. And the soap molds can either be the loaf mold, which is a whole big loaf thing that you have to cut into individual soaps, or you pour it into plastic or silicone molds where you just let it cool and solidify again, and then you just pop it out.
That's pretty cool.
It's
And
not
then-
hard. It is not hard at all. Like, I remember when I first went into the section of the store that had that, I read the directions on the top of the soap base once, and then I did it.
That's some impressive mind power.
I just remember really stupid things. Oh, she looked up goth in the clothing section.
Oh, of course. Looked up goth.
Funny.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good thing for me to show up for. It means I'm showing up in my my niche. New hair is cool. When'd you dye it? I let my friend put a pink glaze in it like the day before
Okay.
yesterday. It's gonna wash out really soon, but I like it. I'm sticking with the white, but that doesn't mean I'm not gonna throw in some interesting colors every so often.
Mwah.
But she was like, "Hey, yo, I need a volunteer for someone with light hair to do pink," and I was like, "You know what? Why not?" Sometimes a change cheers me up, so fucking. If pink hair is what it
Let's
is.
do it.
What'd you say?
One day.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I've only ever
I
dyed my
think-
hair once.
What color?
I dyed it, well, blonde and then blue.
You bleached it and then dyed it blue. Okay.
Yeah, my hair is too dark to go from
Thank you for
dark
clarifying.
brown to blue.
You don't
Yeah.
dye your hair blonde, you bleach it blonde.
Yeah, I don't fucking know, dude.
I mean, yeah, it's a pretty.
Blonde me was cursed. I hate it. I never want to be blonde again.
I didn't
Really?
like my hair when it looked blonde because I had to have
It's
my
just
hair
not
bleached.
me. There's the
Yeah.
darkness. That's it. Really, I like my natural hair color a lot. Actually, it's almost black. It's probably as close as brown can get to black without actually being black.
Fair enough.
And so I love it. And I've always liked it, and I take good care of it.
Not everyone has the luxury of a pretty natural hair color. How
Well,
dare
that's
you.
why MFs dye shit. Whatever. I don't care that people dye their hair. That's just not personally my thing anymore. I did it
Well, it's also
once. I
kind of a
went to
pain in
Europe.
the ass.
Yeah, man, that's a lot of work. Like 4 hours. Jesus.
I
Two
will never
rounds of blue
forget.
dye.
The day I had my mom, I had a deep cherry red because I worked a job for a while where you weren't allowed to have any unnatural hair colors, and for some reason white counted in that, even though there were old ladies there that also had white hair.
Right?
Yeah, actually they staged a coup for me, which was really nice. So I was able to get my white hair back, but I hated the color that we dyed it. So I was like, "Mom, I need blonde hair and I need it now." So she bleached my hair like 4 times in a day.
Oh.
Ooh.
Fried your hair.
It really didn't do anything, which is shocking because it's hard to get from red to
Blonde.
red to blonde and then toning that to white. But
She
it
didn't
did
double
it.
process it?
Double process it.
I'm sorry, that's a little, my best friend went to Cosmo.
Yeah, I'm not that smart. You gotta simplify that for me.
Just, I can't.
She's talking about hair the way I talk about guns and cars.
Oh my
I don't
god,
even
you're
like
such a
hair
man.
shit.
Double process, isn't that bleaching it more than once?
I believe so.
Yeah, she bleached it like 4
But, like,
times.
That's probably not recommended as far as
Oh
hair.
no, it
That
was a
probably- that
terrible
probably
idea.
means-
It was a
that probably
horrible.
means that there wasn't enough bleach in the powder.
Oh no, she did it right because my mom is a cosmetologist. She knew what she was doing.
Well, shit.
The red was
Then
just
your hair's just fucked.
it was just really hard to get the red out of my hair. It didn't do much to my hair though because I've always had kind of just bulletproof hair, which is good because white hair is hard to
You-
have unless you have
it-
healthy hair.
Honestly, you have like Johnny Bravo hair.
Yeah.
It's just perfect, no matter what. You can't do anything to it. I've never seen your hair not in that position.
Well, I mean, usually I try to make myself look more human on stream.
Why would
so.
you do that? It's why I could never like have a face cam because I'm not willing to put in the effort to look good in my own fucking house.
Well, you see, I didn't have a face cam, and then everybody kept bitching that I didn't have a face cam. I was like, fine, I'll let you guys see me for who I am.
Pale short girl with dog.
Habidida?
A pale short girl with a dog.
Yeah, that's what I am. Why do y'all need to see me? That's fine though. Soggy said today
But-
that I should have the VTuber thing. I'm like, man, if I could afford that, I would. That is such a cool thing. Make me like, yeah, it was a job at Hobby Lobby, and I showed one of the
That's
older
a weird
ladies
place.
what I looked like with white hair, and they were like, "Oh my God, that's so precious! Like, why'd you change your hair color?" I'm like, "Well, 'cause they said that I had to change my hair color to be hired, 'cause white's an unnatural hair color." The offended intake of breath from that group of women was just like, I was like, why do I feel like I just started something that I shouldn't have? And they all went up to my boss and the district manager who happened to be there that day, and they're like, why is white an unnatural hair color? Should we dye our hair? So they let me have my white hair back in order to appease the women in sewing.
It's kind of
There's a part of
ageist to say that it's an unnatural hair color.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
There are
Yeah, they were
people who have
pissed off about
natural
it.
white hair at a young age.
Yeah.
Well, the
I knew a
district
kid
manager
who
just
was
hated me in
completely gray.
general, so that didn't help.
Oh,
He didn't think
so
a
he was
woman
probably just
should-
trying to be a bastard.
Yeah, he didn't think a woman should be working in framing. I'm like, well, I'm.
What does that even mean?
You work with power tools back there. I don't know.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
that's like
guess,
workshop
but
in
it's a
high
pretty
school.
specific routine for
Yeah,
framing.
There's so many things I could say about
There,
that.
there is an art to framing, but it's not fucking, rocket science.
No, it's not. It's not, excruciatingly hard. It's
Measure
definitely-
painting.
It definitely requires a skill set because you have to frame things right. Otherwise, like if you frame a painting in a frame without a mat in it, depending on where you put the painting, like especially if you put it in your bathroom or something, you have to put a mat in. Otherwise, the pigments from the paint will stick to the glass, and when you try to take it out to replace the frame, it will rip the pigment off the paper. But you learn that pretty much your first day, and you're just like, awesome. So I just need to let people know that ahead of time so they can't blame me for it. But I got hired back there, and the district manager came back to meet me. He looks like the angriest version of the Monopoly Man. He's a very short gentleman with like that white handlebar mustache and the goatee, and his face was always so red. Like his skin was so red all the time. He just always looked so angry. And he would be asking a question about an order that I did, and he would look at my boss and be like, what happened with this? And he'll look at me and he'd be like, well, she did the order, so she could tell you. And then he would immediately go back and ask my boss, who was a dude, and I was like, okay, that's how things are gonna be. All right, that's fine. I don't have to talk to you, so that really is not skin off my nose. It was definitely an annoying job for that. I got yelled at more than anybody else when we failed our audit. Like, Hobby Lobby has a pretty intense audit that happens, I think, once or twice a year. I made 4 mistakes on an order, which to me is a lot, but the other guy made like 15 mistakes, and I got called into the office for doing a bad job, and I was like, I feel like I'm at the principal's right now. This is bullshit.
Sounds like bullshit.
I don't know if that job had its merits, but there was definitely a reason why I quit so soon into it. I stuck with Michaels for 4 years, and I think I was at Hobby Lobby for like 6 months. I was like,
My
I
mother
should've
made me
never left
apply to
Michaels at
Hobby
Michaels.
to like 3 times.
It's an eerie place, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, good news was she was gonna make me apply again, and then we went by and it was like, haha, we're leaving. And I was like, haha, yes.
Can't catch me. Is this an official character or just a random design? This is an official character. You'll see her quite a bit. Actually, no. Let's just tally real quick. There's 1 Delphira, 2 Delphira, technically 3. Haven't finished that drawing. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I draw her too much.
It's like you like her.
It's like she's my favorite character to draw or something. I don't know.
Man, when my best friend bleached my hair so that she could do the whole pastel pink, I feel like it was a little more like peachy than I really wanted. I think I would kind of want more like the kind of color that you have, more of like a bubblegum kind of pink. But
And even
when
this was a little bit
she-
darker than we intended.
I would have been fine with it. But when she bleached my hair, I didn't particularly care for how I looked with blonde hair. However, she said that my hair blonde is the kind of blonde hair that most people who want to go blonde would kill for.
I believe it.
I'm frustrated with my hair though, because I really just I have ash brown hair, which has the problem with having ash brown hair like mine is that although you don't see it, it actually technically has a green undertone. So if I put any coloring with red in my hair, it makes the rest of the brown look green.
Oh, that sucks.
So how I found that out was I wanted to try out having sort of a burgundy, like auburn burgundy reddish kind of color in my hair, and we did that in like highlights, like streaks, kind of like highlights. And upon doing so, I was like, why does the rest of my hair look green? And I talked to my best friend, and she was like, I know what the problem is. And I was like, God damn it. But it looked fine when I dyed all my hair auburn.
That's good. I would have been.
I have
mad
the
if
dye
had
for it, I
green
just
hair.
haven't redyed it.
I would have been like, hey lady, I didn't sign up to be the Grinch. Fix this.
Like, it bothered me when I went to there, and I don't go there anymore, because I tried to describe to her what an undercut was, and she was not at all comprehending.
That's a scary time.
Yeah, so she fucked up my hair, and I got upset, and so that and the whole dyeing fiasco, because she kept trying to tell me, she was like, no, I think you might look better with this one, and I was like, no, that's not the one I want. I'm not asking your opinion. I know you're trying to help, but you're not.
Well, that's what irritates me sometimes is I've had a couple people ask me how I got my hair to be white, and I'm like, the only reason it's white is because 1, my mom does it, 2, she does it for free, and 3, every hairdresser in the area like avoids it like the plague, because it's pretty easy to mess up, so I understand. But there was one girl that was like, I keep telling my hairdresser I want white hair, and she keeps telling me no I don't, and I'm like, okay, well that's stupid. They can't tell you no you don't. To a degree, they have to just let you live with either the mistake or be happy with the result, but they have gotta stop telling people what to do. Like you're getting paid for a service to a degree. You can't tell people no all the time.
Like,
You think
bitch,
if that's
I want my
people are
hair
having that
purple.
problem consistently, like, you as a hairdresser, you would look around and be like, wow, if I just figure this out and bite the bullet, like, I can make a lot of fucking money.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have gone to the same barber since I was born.
Damn.
Nice.
I don't even go in and say anything. I go in, it's my turn, I sit in the chair, the dude cuts my hair the same fucking way. He's been cutting it every goddamn time. I slap a 20 in his hand and I walk out. We talk, I ask about his kids. He asks if I have a girlfriend. Like, that's it.
You can finally say yes.
Yes, I do. One that I like. One who's not a fucking dick. It's sweet, man. But yeah, I've gone to the same fucking dude. His name's Maurice. I know his wife. Like,
Aw.
man, it's been real weird.
I'm pretty
But
close
yeah,
to my
every time I
hairdresser,
come
too.
in, they're like, "Oh," they're so happy to see me. And they always ask, where's my dad? And I'm like, I'm an adult now. I don't have to come in here with my dad.
No, you do. You have to. It's the rules.
But I always get candy because they keep candy for kids.
Hell yeah.
But I'm a kid. So I always get a piece of candy after my haircut.
Went to a job as a framer, but for houses, and he saw me and sent me home. Well, that's fucking rude. You could tell them you won't do it, but telling them they don't want it is so weird. Well, I mean, I understand from that point, because sometimes people come to me with, like, art commissions, and I'm like, ugh, I know someone else who could do this a lot better, so I'm gonna refer you to them. But it irritates me flat out when hairdressers are like, you don't want that. It's like, okay, obviously they do. Maybe you just don't know how to do it, and then you refer them to someone else. Sometimes people have crazy requests, though, or they have impossible requests, like, I've bleached my hair 5 times this morning, but I want you to bleach it again. That's very obviously a bad idea. Haircutting for me is a nightmare.
Oh, you
so I
found
need someone
someone
to find
over
someone.
winter break.
Ooh, hell yeah. Yeah, I
Hell
let 2
yeah.
people touch
Go
my
Evan.
hair. My mom and Mandy, and that's it.
I have no plans of ever going anywhere else to get my hair cut, so
I think if you did, they would cry. They would be betrayed.
they would be really upset with me. Like one day I went in there and I forgot to get cash. I was like, oh my god, you already cut my hair. He's like, just come back next time and bring 40. I'm like, I'm not gonna do that, but I am gonna run to an ATM and I'll be right back. Yeah, man, I feel like they'd hate me if I went somewhere else.
How
But I
dare
also
you.
probably wouldn't get as good of a haircut. The reason I keep going back is they cut my hair perfect every time.
Yeah, they know how you like
Well,
it.
I mean, it's not a complicated haircut, but shave it.
Sophie's got the big sleepies. I sent
Trim
the
up
picture
the
to
top.
General. I could buzz it off without looking like 5 minutes and have it be perfect. Oh, jealous. If I could get away with a shaved head, I would. But I think this is about as short
Can
as I
get away with it.
I've shaved my
No.
sides and the back and left the rest of my hair long so that if I pull, at the time my hair was a bit longer, so if I pulled my hair up, then it was shaved on the sides and the bottom, but I still had the length, so
I mean, Goss, me and you have almost the same haircut, G.
Hell yeah.
Yours is just longer than mine. I keep mine short.
I need to get a haircut. I skipped mine last time just in case
I need to get a fucking haircut.
something happened with the pank. We could bleach it and then cut off the
pank?
ends. The pank, yeah. You can?
pank?
No. I have too chubby of cheeks to get away with a bald haircut.
You look like Curly, but that's okay. You look cute.
I think. I appreciate it. Dickweed. Oh my gosh.
Josh a bowl cut, he could be mine.
Josh is so fed up with me right now. I don't know how we got onto the topic. We were watching like a playthrough of Detroit Become Humans. I don't know how this happened, but we were talking about hair and like we were talking about how women have to go through a lot more hair removal than men for stupid reasons. And I was like, oh yeah, for sure. Like if I just let myself go, I could have a unibrow. And he was like, well, how do you not? I'm like, I have that little blade in there. Like most women use like facial blades. And I'm like, why didn't you let me use it on you so you could see how it feels? This man, this boy, I didn't even have the blade on his skin and he was like wrinkled up like a pug. I'm like, you can't wrinkle up your face like that or it's gonna cut your skin. He was like, like he kept moving away. I was like, it's like
Oh
telling
my god,
a
really?
3-year-old that you have to like stop moving while I'm cutting your hair. He was throwing such a fit and I kept making fun of him. So he looked at me and he goes, you're an asshole. I have never been so touched in my life. It was like a massive compliment to me because he's never called me an asshole, even though I definitely am one. So he looked at me, he was like, you're an asshole. And I was like, aww. And he was just like, I'm done. I'm done with you. I'm done with the blade. Who goes, aw, after being called an asshole? I'm like, you see me for me. You see my
Baby's
true
first swear
nature.
words.
Hmm?
The baby's first swear words. Aw.
Exactly. Oh my
Oh yeah,
goodness.
because Goss never fucking cusses.
Oh, I meant
Never.
his.
Fucking never.
Oh, him. Probably for him.
Get that dirty language the hell out of here. I have a mile high forehead and people still think I look good. Sarah, I guarantee you, you have a stunning face to go with that, alright? I've only got this to work with, so I'm gonna keep my hair long, at least longer. It also drives me nuts when I see girls who are like, I want short hair, and they get it cut like mid-arm. Like, get the fuck out of here with that. That's not
Yeah,
short hair.
like what are you talking about?
Yeah, it's short hair. There was a girl
not
that posted
short.
a picture the other day that I knew in high school. She's like, I got my hair cut short. How does it look, guys? And it was like not even up to her shoulders.
I mean, but for that horse girl who's never cut her hair before, that's down to her fucking ankles, that is short. I mean, that's incredibly short.
That's fair.
I hate-
That's fair.
You know, they've had this pony's mane for so long that they look like Rapunzel, and then all of a sudden they go to Becky. Like,
I mean, that was me.
complete change.
I had hair that long.
A horse girl's first haircut is a change in personality.
Oh yeah, I remember mine.
Mhm. We had to do mine in secret. We had to wait till my dad was on a business trip, and then we cut it all off. He didn't talk to me for like a week, but it was worth it.
To be fair, my first experience was not good because I did not understand the concept of layers. I did not know the concept. I didn't know how to ask for it. So they just cut it straight. And at the length that they cut it, my hair curves inward. So I looked like a mushroom. And I was very upset because around this same time, I was going through some stuff, man. Like, you know, starting to go through puberty, going into middle school, like, not the next year, but the year after. And around that time, I got braces.
Ugh.
So
That's not fun.
I was very displeased. I let my hair grow out for years after that. And then the final straw was about senior year of high school, I believe. And I was like, I'm done. And I got my hair cut with layers, and my hair decided, this is better. I suddenly have a bunch of wave that you didn't know about.
Hell yeah. Unlocking those hair secrets. I want to be able to look up short hair and actually have short hair pic shows up. I've learned that you have to just look up pixie cut or you're not gonna get it. If you look up short hair on Pinterest, you get a bunch of girls that like have their hair down to here and they're like, oh my god, it's
Well-
so short.
And like a pixie cut is a specific haircut that does not denote short hair.
But that's what you have to look up if you want to find
I
it.
guess.
It's so annoying.
Mhm. Women's hair is really frustrating to look up because
Yeah.
it's all just fucking stupid.
As most things are when it comes to our hair, fashion, makeup, everything. Look up androgynous hair and it'll come up. See, that's a good search term to use. Androgynous. That has a lot of cool hairstyles.
A lot of the time, I think about being like, you know what? Take my
Zoe.
brother's haircut and then just give that to me. It's
There you go.
basically about what I'm doing anyway,
There you are, monster.
or at the time anyway.
Oh my goodness, hold on. Sarah, do you want to meet my shop assistant? If you look at my Etsy
Oh,
store, she's listed as my shop assistant. Come here. Come here. Oh, such a coward. Why don't you jump? Come here. What is this? This is the most awkward way to get up here. Come here. Come here. You can't army crawl here. Oh, there you go. This is my
the
shop
decrease.
assistant, Sophia. Her jobs listed on the site is tearing the shit out of my couch, barking at what I can only assume to be our ghosts, social media management, and HR.
Yeah, she got a lot of fucking jobs.
She's a busy dog. You gotta keep her mentally stimulated. She's a healer, you know?
she is a very intelligent breed of dog. She needs that mental
Sophia,
stimulation.
get away from the microphone.
Oh.
Sweetheart.
You know, they say that about a lot of breeds of dogs. But every
Fair.
dog's got its proclivities and weirdness.
She jumped a 5-foot wall because she was cold.
Oh,
I feel like that's
wouldn't
pretty
you?
unique.
Wouldn't you try to if you were cold?
No, because I am 5 feet. I can't
I'd
jump
still
that wall.
try.
You don't think you could climb over a wall as tall as you?
God, that's quitter talk.
Listen.
You could probably
Sam-
hack a leg over that bitch. You'd be fine.
Samantha, you jump that wall and then come back and talk to me.
Listen, I'll climb
Shortstop.
that shit. I don't care.
Shortstop. Shortstop.
This is why I'm bruh, and you're.
I think the fuck not, ma'am.
Then climb that wall.
Climb that wall, bitch.
I won't be able to do it in one jump though, like Sophie did.
I'm
She
not
scratched her
saying
way
do
up
it in
there.
one
Well, you're
jump. I
not a
can't do it in
dog.
one
That'll-
jump. You just gotta do it.
Oh well, then
I
yeah, I
will.
could climb the wall. That's easy. I can't do it like Sophie did though. She just yeeted herself up there. We've also learned that Sophie doesn't jump like a normal dog. She like goes up and then like horizontals when is down. Like it's really weird. She's like
She hovers.
"Yeet." Like she levitates. It's really weird. That's why I bring a ladder with me at all times. Listen, not everybody is prepared, Sarah. The only time
They
I
were
ever had to
just
use a ladder
rubber
was to
those.
kick in the second floor window in order to get into my apartment because they were charging $50 to come unlock it. You want to get down? Go on. Jump. Good girl.
I feel really bad with my sister and my dad have my sister has like a mutt dog, but it has a hound nose. And then my dad has a beagle. I can't help but like grab their noses all the times and shake their little faces and then pet them.
Oh, I'm sure they love that.
Well, they probably I mean Daisy likes it because she as soon as I like reach my hand out, she just sets her whole nose in me.
Oh.
Paxton's not too sure, but Paxton's as big as I am, so he's always trying to test. But he likes hugs too much to be too much of a threat.
That's fair.
He he paws at you, and you have to get on the ground and like hug him, or he'll get really upset.
Aww.
And he has
Bud.
your Robo Sam again.
God damn it.
And he has Rottweiler eyebrows,
Oh, I love little eyebrows. I love eyebrows.
and he has
on
a husky
dogs.
tail and a husky double coat
Are
with
you
short hair.
upside down, glaring at me.
So
right
what I'm
now?
hearing is that you live in dog hair.
She lives in dog hair. My sister has her place
Ah,
really
okay,
bred.
yeah.
A dog and a cat and fish and that the usual that a 20-something has these days. But she's an accountant, so she making shmoney.
Shmoney.
Shmoney. Their boyfriend's a botanist.
Oh, what?
A botanist.
That is really cool.
Yeah. He wants to work in the rising medical industry. But right now he's working at a COVID test lab.
As a botanist?
Well, he has lab experience and it was a job.
Fair.
That's what. This is a stopgap because they had to move back to Oklahoma, Texas, because Texas is whack.
Texas is whack. I would agree with that.
Oh my god, this is so much easier to look at. Why?
You know why Oklahoma has so many tornadoes? Because Kansas sucks and Texas blows.
Haha.
It's caught in the middle of all this shit.
It's time to put the
We're in Tornado Alley, man.
eyes on.
Unfortunately. I would love to say that we're in, like, the alley. We are the tornado. Oklahoma just exists in a perpetual bullshit tornado.
Yeah, you're right.
It's unfortunate. The U.S. sounds terrifying.
Y'all did something to deserve it.
It's not very terrifying for me.
What's that town in Oklahoma that like every like 5 or so years like it always gets decimated by a tornado?
Moore? It's a
Moore,
town
yeah.
just outside of Oklahoma City that's inside of a divot, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
And so any tornado in Oklahoma City that goes vaguely that direction gets sucked into this fucking
The US
land
sounds
divot and
terrifying.
right into.
You're telling me.
Like it just
so...
gets
I'm sorry. Go on.
it's like every few years it absolutely gets destroyed and people keep moving back there in between the
Dude,
tornadoes.
it's a monument to man's hubris. It really is. Like them fuckers just.
They do not give a shit.
Alright.
Yeah, Sarah. The U.S. is
Good night,
terrifying.
Sarah.
Good night.
I
Have a
know.
good sleep.
Once you get citizen- Yeah, what that guy said.
Talba.
He said
Okay.
good night in fancy.
And fancy.
Yeah.
That's what Japanese people speak. Fancy.
Hell
Yeah.
일본 아니었는데 한국어로.
Okay, so Idol, you're gonna have to help me practice my Japanese.
Listen, bud. Take off your fedora, put away the samurai sword.
Listen.
I've been speaking Korean.
Oh,
Wait.
okay.
Oyasumi
Put away
Nasai.
your controller, stop cheating on League, and we'll talk.
Oyasumi Nasai. That's not Korean.
Yasmin Asai is Japanese, but everything after that was Korean.
Okay, Oyasumi
Why are
Nasai is
you
where I
mixing
latched on. Everything
then?
after that, I was like, I don't know that for sure.
Started speaking and ended with Portuguese.
Oh, she's a robot
Now
again.
it's just poor connection, Sam.
God!
Oh, well, the god was really clear.
God just ended her right there, right then.
We got the god, and then
Oh,
And
I
then he
don't got
looked
her.
at
There you
God.
go.
Am I better?
You're the best you've ever been.
Oh my
Aw.
God. Yeah, you're good, dear.
Yeah, you're good, dude.
Unbelievable, this man.
Me? Unbelievable. What?
You're the
You've never
best
heard
you've
somebody
ever been.
flirt.
All right.
Listen, I can't help if this hot chick's here.
I didn't mean to do that, but that looks fucking cool. Hold on. I'm gonna save
Hi,
that.
Box
hey,
Kid.
Fox Kid.
Box Kid's back again?
What about
Well, no, Box Kid was in the chat before. Now Box Kid
Okay.
is in the voice chat.
Box Kid's back. All right.
Talking to
Hello.
also yo.
Man, he's
Hello.
speaking that shit again.
He's speaking that language again.
That language.
That Japanese.
Japanese.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm giving this one blue eyes.
Boy.
Ooh,
better than
that'd
a
be
black
cute.
guy?
Well,
Blue eyes,
it
white
has
dragon?
black eyes, but I'm giving it the blue eyes. I could give it blue, green, red. I can't tell if this is supposed to be white or just like clear or what. And then there's like a amber, and then brown, and then just the solid black eyes.
All of the above.
Sure.
I mean, I would buy that. And I like things
Ooh,
with
green
green
are really cute too.
Seems like you'll need more eyes.
I have plenty. This thing has like a lot. Just trying to figure out which one I want to put on this.
Just give it a color wheel for an iris.
Hell yeah. Boxseed, how are you doing?
I am doing okay.
Blue,
Doing okay.
green. I'm gonna
We
go
can
with blue.
sacrifice kittens and maybe make you better.
You can sure as
No.
fuck try.
Ah, yeah, I
Do
win.
that.
Please try hard. I don't want to live. I'm gonna actively prevent my death. Come on. Like,
For my
Somebody good.
girlfriend.
well, yeah. Not for myself. But
Right.
I'll fight pretty hard to live for Sam, so. Give it your A game.
I was talking to my friend Bree the other day, and we were watching like haunted shows and whatnot, and I was laughing. I'm like, this generation, like, if ghosts were real, this generation would be the ones to take them down, especially if they're malicious. She was like, what makes you say that? I'm like, what are they gonna do? Kill me? Thank God, you're doing me a favor. Like, they would look at a demon in the eyes and be like, try it, bitch, I'm ready.
I just really want to get killed by a ghost just to come back as a ghost and kick that ghost's ass.
Ah, yes, see? Perfect. They would not be ready for us. Like, boo, I'm gonna drive you insane. Already done, man. I got finals this week. Unafraid of everything.
I guess these ones should work. Need. Okay, let me put this down over here. I'll put this down over here.
Sophie, don't even start. You leave my couch alone. Okay, this is not turning out at all the way I wanted it to, but I also am very tired, so I'm not gonna be too hard on myself on that. Sophie, stop scratching the couch.
Set it on fire. No one will ever know it looked bad.
Fucking no, don't give her ideas. She'll scratch it enough to where it will light on fire. Yeah, I'm looking at you, hothead.
Alright, right there. Right there. Oh, I hope that's pushed down far enough. Oh, it looks so cute. Oh, I need to put the little mouth.
I'm hungry.
Eat!
I don't know where I want to eat though.
Grilled
Yeah.
Also,
cheese.
Josh
Really?
is gonna be home relatively soon, so I should probably wait and see what he wants to eat.
Grilled cheese is pretty good.
And then make him cook it. Heh.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. He's been in kind of a bad mood this past week.
Maybe make him cook it. Heh. There.
I don't know. He's a really weird person. It's super gross. Doing nice things for me like makes him happier. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with him. I think I need to find my receipt and return this one. Ma'am. Sophia Ophelia Grimm. Can you guys hear that with this mic, or can you only hear it with the other one?
I can't hear it.
I heard it to start with, but then
Don't you tuck your ears at me. Piss off.
Oi, piss off.
Daddy will be home soon. So just stare at the door and wait for and growl at him when he gets home.
Do your job.
Exactly.
Do it well. Take pride in your work.
Okay, tie this off right here so that I can start the rest of the mouth. I don't have to do mouths on these, but I want to.
Do it.
Wait, where's General Grievous? He'd be perfect in this moment. Okay, so I was extremely confused because I had a tab of what I thought was your stream that said waiting for Gossamer. Just saw the stream. Yeah, I've got YouTube and Twitch. Got both because I'm a technological genius. It's okay. It's okay to be intimidated by my
Awesomeness?
I was gonna say like technology prowess,
nerdiness.
but that would have made me laugh too hard because it's such a lie.
Yeah, man, that one button coffee pot was like.
Let's just ignore that for the first like 30 minutes of the stream. I was just trying to figure out what I did wrong, and all I needed to do was click one button.
Word. That coffee pot was a Decepticon. It's gonna kill you.
I'm
yeah.
surprised you could even find the power button.
Same, dude.
Yeah.
I can't even properly work a basic coffee machine.
Yeah, how many times have you
Starbucks
burnt
brews.
yourself?
Okay, listen, I gotta go. I burned myself. The last time didn't count though, because it was the plastic part and that wasn't supposed to be hot. It was the other part that was supposed to be hot, the glass. That first time though, that was some real stupidity. I touched the part that got hot specifically and I was like, ow. Why have you betrayed me? But like that describes me better than anything else. The fact that I can work like a complicated espresso machine at a Starbucks, but you put me at home with a normal coffee machine that's 5,000 times easier, and I'm like, what is this? What is
Duh.
happening? Yeah, all
Well,
my
your guard's down, you're
intelligence
gone.
just goes right out the window.
Put this right here. Okay. Are you guys just not talking, or is this my internet?
I'm not talking right. Well, now I'm talking.
Nobody say anything. Oh.
God
I'm
damn
gonna
it.
talk now. What you want?
I was just concerned for a moment because everything got so quiet. So
No, let's
suddenly. I was
talk.
like, damn it.
I don't know what you're talking about. It never got quiet.
We were talking the whole time about you
Yeah,
Yeah.
my homegirl.
How wonderful.
and how amazing you are.
Yeah.
Guys, we just
I
really
love
appreciate
this
how
shit.
amazing Sam is.
No.
She's just so nice, so giving, so kind, so funny. Dude, I'm stealing your girl. Get in here.
What? She's also thick.
Yeah, she got them curves. I like how that's what you threw. She's funny, she's smart. Yeah, but she thick though.
Well, she knows all my other feelings.
One is online, the other one isn't. Oh, yeah. That was a weird thing that happened with Restream and YouTube. That's fine. How are you doing, Rage? Have you won your battle against the machine yet?
Cool.
Please tell me someone got that.
Wow.
Okay,
Wow.
thank you. Even the fake
Fuck
bad
you.
laughter will help.
Are you gonna tell him to go? To say? Are you gonna say fuck you? That you're not gonna?
No, it's fine. I deserve what I got.
Who decides? Those who die.
Me.
You sure?
I can't wait until the resurgence of Rage Against the Machine in society. It'll happen.
I didn't know there was ever a dip.
There probably isn't, but it seems like there's a dip. Not many people I know still in the Rage.
I don't know, I've recently got back into Glitch Mob.
Am I
Wow,
Gucci?
you're accepting. What?
I wasn't paying very much attention, and I heard glitch and all that. Is my mic doing it?
No.
No. I'm just talking about Glitch Mob. I haven't listened to them since like high school.
Accepting your reality that you're in a cyberpunk dystopia.
Fuck yeah.
Listen to more Glitch Mob.
It's getting me through tough times.
There we go. I had a moment where I had to struggle. Put the yarn needle through. Is that? Good enough. God damn it. The only
Man,
problem with this
are you
thing
losing
being-
a fight with an octopus right now?
No, it's more just it's small enough that the yarn needle went through to the other side, and I was like, I need to make sure I don't do that, because if it messes up like that and I don't catch that, it makes the whole process a lot harder.
That's a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Plus, I have to find a good spot to stick the needle through.
The battle never ends. Hell yeah. Oh, you're such a tired baby. Did you sleep at all last night, Sophia? I woke up this morning to her nose pressed as hard as she can against my face. Sniffing. Just. That's what I woke up to this morning. Because she's trying to, like, smell if we're awake. Because I think she's caught on to the fact that Josh and I keep our eyes closed, because as soon as she sees us open our eyes, she's right up in our faces. And she's like, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Food? So she like, slowly army crawls her way up between us, and it's just like, I can smell your awakeness. Rise, human.
She's probably doing it because she knows she'll get a reaction if you're awake.
How would you feel if you had a cold, wet nose pressed up against your lips and was going? I was terrified. I forgot I had a dog for a second. I was like, who's trying to kill me? You.
Who's trying to kill me?
You were trying to kill me, Sophia.
Oh, why did I do that? Okay,
Because death is inevitable.
I can figure this out. Heh.
I'm loving the absolute emotional roller coaster that is Sam crocheting octopi.
Because I'm trying to do the little mouth, and I'm trying to do this in a way that doesn't fuck everything up. If I just do this last thing right here, I'll have that mouth done. And then I can continue on with the rest of the act because I have to do the face before I continue crocheting, or I will not have nearly the amount of room I need to work with.
This thing looks so basic.
Oh my god, this little guy. His little blue eyes. Oh my goodness. What a lad.
What a mad lad.
Just a little lad. Okay, cut that. I had way too much string. Far more than I needed, but that's me. That's just what I do. I'll have to use this with something else at some point. What? I don't know, but I'll figure it out. Maybe.
You got this.
Okay, so now I have to continue with the next steps. I wrote them all down so I wouldn't have to keep watching the video over and over again.
Alright, it's been good, y'all. 그러지만 제가 이제 잠 잘 자야 돼요. 예, 맞아요.
Alright, bye idol.
Good evening. Good night.
All right, bye.
Slip stitch. Okay. Grab. Pull through. As long as I keep remembering what a slip stitch is, this is fine. Slip stitch, chain one. Okay.
Oh, that was a pop. Damn.
Don't stab yourself.
Don't do that.
That's not a good idea. Don't do that. Stab kittens instead.
No!
Why does everybody hate? What the fuck do I have to do? I'm nothing but nice to you.
Why not? That's what girlfriends do. You gotta be there for your lady.
I'm gonna protect him, because you guys keep being mean.
That's fair.
Oh,
That's
legal
fair.
protection. Bye bye.
I know. You
They'd have
don't
to
need
find
it. That doesn't mean I'm
that.
not gonna do it.
Oh god, I've adjusted everything.
What did you adjust?
There, that's fine. Okay, Josh is gonna be home soon, and I need to eat, so gotta go.